Joining us today for the post-match press conference featuring Quinton de Kock. Just a reminder that we do have a few media online dialed in from South Africa, so we will take a few questions via the Zoom chat first before we open up to the floor. Those on the call, just a reminder to please indicate in the chat panel if you'd like to ask a question, and then I do request that you just keep your monitors on mute when you aren't asking a question. Who would like to kick us off tonight?
Done.
Perfect. Talbot, thank you very much.
Thanks, Lucy. How's it, Quinton? Very well played. I'm interested to know whether the fact that you're no longer playing Test cricket has helped your form in the white ball formats. You've had a hell of a run of form, since December. Do you think not having to bother with Test cricket has helped that?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it. I think I've always been a decent white ball player anyway. So I don't know if it is that. So yeah, I haven't really looked into it. So I don't think so at this moment.
Thanks, Talbot. We're going to go Heinz, then Ken, then Fleurs.
Hi, Quinton. Very well played. Congrats. I know you're a guy that doesn't necessarily dwell too much on these type of things, but I know you missed out perhaps on the century, but was that one of the most satisfying innings you've played in some time? I mean, it just seems that you just timed the ball so well, pierce the gaps, and without almost like an inkling of, I almost want to say, overly aggressive intent. Was that quite satisfying?
Yeah, I think it's obviously nice getting out there scoring runs for the guys. Obviously, we've had a little bit of time off from our last series, so it's nice just to get out and spend some time in the middle. It's always satisfying, whether I'm going with a high striker or a low striker, as long as I can just help out the team, it's always satisfying, I guess.
Thanks, Heinz. Ken?
Well, it's Quinton, lovely knock, well done. Just in terms of satisfaction, I know you were going great guns towards the end of your innings, 92 of 76, but it seemed that the slot at England actually went really well, and there was a bit in that pitch. How pleased were you that, it wasn't the easiest to start for you, but you showed really good judgment in managing to get through that and just gave yourself the time to actually then dominate the boat?
Yeah, obviously there was a bit of swing, there was a bit of movement in the wicket, so it's just a matter of just soaking up the pressure. Obviously 50 overs is a long time to bat, so obviously was able to do that, but still remain strong in my positions in what I wanted to get done, so still try to put away the bad balls while having a strong defence. That was just the game plan. Just keep the ball in the field for as long as we can, because obviously on this outfield looks like there's a lot of value for shots here, so that was just the plan out there.
Thanks, Ken, for those, and then we'll see if there's anyone on the floor before we hand over to Zahir.
Hi, Quinny, well done. Quinny, can you talk to us a little bit about your own workload and how you thought about that? Obviously, with Ben Stokes retiring, that's sort of a focus point now, and I know you said maybe you haven't thought about if not playing Test cricket has helped you, but is it just freed up your calendar, or how are you feeling about the amount of cricket that you play?
To be honest, no, it hasn't freed up my calendar, or at least for not this year. I've been roped in to play a couple of leagues, so I've got time to do that now. Obviously, so that's taken up a lot of my time, but that's my own consequence, so I'm happy to do it. Obviously it's still a sacrifice, but I'm obviously slowly but surely getting to an age where I need to think about where I need to be, where I want to be in my career, so it's as long as I can do it at my own pace, I'm happy.
Thanks for those. We'll take some from the floor with you.
As a left-hander, what difference does it make to you facing up against 3 left-arm seamers in one team? It's obviously quite an unusual setup. Is that a more tricky prospect, or does it actually help you get used to it and then put in a performance like that?
No, it is tricky. I must be honest. I don't think I've ever been played against a team who's played 3 left arm seamers swinging it around. But in saying that, before the series, we kind of thought that might happen. So obviously we did some preparation for it. So I wasn't caught off guard or anything. So yeah, it is strange. I'm so used to facing the right-hand bowlers. Obviously, it's more of a comfort thing because you're so used to it over the years. And to come face 3 left arm seamers swinging around, was great with good skills. So yeah, I mean, we kind of foresee it happening, and that's why I'm prepared for it.
Hi, I'm just wondering a bit on the Ben Stokes retirement as well, and you're obviously deciding to go the other way around. But are you actually, with a bit of time and perspective, how do you feel about that decision that you made now? And do you think that that age of players playing all formats internationally is kind of coming to an end?
Yeah, I think it's going to start being tough for players. Look, 3 formats is a lot, especially by the looks of it. It looks like more games are happening over the calendar years. But look, I think players need to individually, if they feel they can do it, then happy with them. Then obviously some decisions, some guys need to take into their own hands. Sometimes, longer periods need to be off. So obviously, yeah, I think it's just a personal decision. For me, I'm still happy where I am. Obviously, Stokes here, it's just happened, so I don't know the answer to that. But yeah, I think it is coming to a time where, especially, I think you're still young, still in your career. I still think you need to play all 3 formats, get through your career, get through some things that you need to get done in your career. I think it starts getting harder the older you start getting. The body doesn't quite cooperate anymore like it used to. So it's just a bit of a management thing in order for us to prolong our careers.
Thank you. We'll take one more from the floor before we round off the press conference here.
Yeah, I mean, just wondering that you were talking about playing all 3 formats, and recently in past few weeks there has been a lot of talk about 50-over format and its future. Do you see that the current 50-over? Are you currently happy with the current format of the 50-over cricket, or do you think that we need to make some changes to make it more more attractive for the crowd?
No, I don't think so. I think look, I want to say that we need to play more games, but I don't see where. There's a bit of a grey area with it, because obviously we can't play so much cricket, but we need to. It doesn't help. I think we were only going to play 9 ODIs in 1 year, so that doesn't. There's a bit of a grey area to it. So I think that's all it needs. I think the game is doing well for itself at the moment. The way players are going about it, from a batting to a bowling competitiveness. I think there's obviously a future of it. We still got World Cups that we want to play, and a lot of us still want to win 50-over World Cups. So there's still a lot to play for. But like I said, there's a bit of a grey area. I'm just a cricketer, I'm not an administrator, so it's really my decision.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Zahir will round off Quinny's press conference with himself.